For some people, the cruise ship and the ports are call or their entire vacation. But sometimes, depending on how much time you have, some people start their vacations days before they board the ship, and or continue their vacation days after getting off the ship. So in this video, I'm going to let you know about the many things to do while you're in Norfolk, Virginia, prior to sailing on a Carnival ship currently in port, which at the time of recording is a Carnival Sunshine. So whether you're just arriving in Norfolk days before your cruise, or you plan on spending a few days in Norfolk after disembarkation from an enjoyable cruise, you might ask yourself, what is there to do while I'm here? So I'm here to tell you, there's actually a lot of things to do, and you don't even have to travel to another city to do it. Norfolk is what we call one of the 7 cities of Hampton Roads. Think of it like the 5 boroughs of New York, plus the 2 halves of Long Island. Hampton Roads has Chesapeake, Norfolk, Suffolk, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Newport News, and Hampton. So when you reach the cruise port of Norfolk, one of the first things you'll notice is the Nauticus Maritime Museum, as well as Town Point Park and the Peter G. Decker Jr. Half Moon Center. The Half Moon Center and Town Point Park are both beautiful places to walk around and get some fresh air, as well as learn about some historical Virginia history. And right next door to the park, you'll find the Waterside District Market. Inside, you'll find plenty of places to eat and drink, especially for those who have a sweet tooth, places to play video games, as well as possible live entertainment. And when you exit the rear of the market, you'll find maps that help you get around, as well as what I call the boat and yacht parking lot. There's actually a lot to do out here as well, such as possible live performances on the Blue Moon stage, check out the Battleship, Wisconsin, and the New Spirit of Norfolk, and even take a ferry ride across the canal to parts of Portsmouth for great dining and shopping experiences. The ferry ride is inexpensive, scenic, and quite nice in my opinion. And as always, it's best to look at the schedule before boarding, so this way you know when the last ferry is sailing, and you don't get stuck in Portsmouth. There are also little flyers and brochures at the information kiosk to let you know what events and activities are taking place at the time. If you plan on dining on the Spirit of Norfolk, try to purchase your tickets ahead of time, so this way you'll have a great lunch or dinner experience. There are many nice hotels to stay at as well, such as the Hilton, the Sheraton, the Marriott, and a few others. And if you're renting a car or driving your own, it might not seem like there are many places to park, but there are a number of parking garages available. There's also metered parking on the side streets. Unless it's after 6, then I believe you can park for free. Pretty much everything I'm going to mention in this video is technically going to be in walking distance, such as the main hotel, with the rooftop bar called Crane. It has a nice atmosphere, good food, and definitely has a nice view. I definitely recommend walking around, or renting one of those little green and white scooters, or even taking a drive around the area. There's a lot to see and do, and there's a lot of culture all around. You honestly don't even have to leave the downtown Norfolk area to actually experience a great deal of food, fresh air, and fun. The time of year that you're here definitely plays a part as well, because there are a lot of seasonal activities that take place. For example, if you're here sometime in the late spring, early summer, you might be to experience Restaurant Week. It's a great way to partake in a number of different dishes from a variety of different local restaurants in the area. And then there's Norfolk's yearly Harborfest.
Good, welcome aboard. You all are making your way aboard the yacht.
During Harborfest, you'll get the opportunity to board many different old-timey boats, try out different samples from local restaurants, and basically enjoy the atmosphere.
The Mermaid Cove, and about 5:30 this afternoon, we're going to have the colors parade
I think I'm going to fall right off and not make it on the ship.
That's probably true.
Y'all have been great. We're having a great afternoon.
Depending on the time of year and season, if you're lucky enough, you might find a few extra attractions, like a fair, such as the giant carousel called the Sky Star. Now, if you decide to explore a little distance away from Waterside, but still in walking distance, you might find yourself approaching a big dome-shaped building called the Scope. There are a number of different performances that take place within the structure, such as concerts, live games, monster truck rallies, and many other things. The Scope is a great entertainment venue for sure, and unless you keep up with the schedule, you'll never know what's playing inside, from wrestling matches to orchestra symphonies, and there's plenty of parking as well. A little further out, but still in walking distance, is one of my favorites, the Chrysler Museum. Here you'll find artwork through the ages, and one of the many things I love about it is the fact that it's not just going to be based on Western artwork. It's going to be artwork from all around the world. And although you might see some of the same pieces during multiple visits, there's always something new to be seen.
The glass studio and the Chrysler, those things work together. They make a neighborhood.
So exciting to see what's happened in Hampton Roads since 1971.
With the growth of the Arts District, Neon District, public arts is displayed throughout the city, and there's a lot of things going on.
Opening of the Perry Glass Studio. This is a $30 million expansion that will allow us to have even more fun at the Chrysler Museum of Art through glass making, glass demonstrations, performances by artists, all sorts of things.
We are educational through and through. We're here to tie back to the collection at the museum. So all of our programs are designed to get people excited about glass.
We have a daily free glass demo. So you come at noon, you can come have the demo.
Explore the collection, learn more about glass, and maybe try it themselves.
For more than a decade, we've had a glass studio in what was a converted bank building. And that was wonderful, but it really wasn't purpose-built. And now we have a place that allows us to do everything that we were doing in the old building, but things have their own space. So glass blowing, glass fusing, neon, stained glass, and it allows us to also have classes and performances at the same time. People can have their individual time with the furnaces, or they can be part of a class. I hope this just really solidifies the idea that Norfolk is a center for the arts.
Okay, congratulations are in order for the Norfolk Botanical Garden.
Their butterfly house was just named #1 in the U.S. again. We first told you back in April the Norfolk Botanical Garden was competing in USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. Well, thanks to your votes, this is the second year in a row they have earned the title Best Butterfly House in the United States.
The Butterfly House began in 2009 as a temporary exhibit, but its immense popularity made it a permanent feature with 45,000 guests each year.
Welcome to Norfolk Botanical Garden. My name is Amanda Wells, and this is one of our brand new boats that will take you on a 45-minute guided tour of the canal system and the Lake Whitehurst. They were made in Bram, Minnesota by Arcoa Industries Incorporated. They can take out 23 passengers. They're accessible to one person in a manual wheelchair. We love to drive them. They'll go out about 45-minute tours. We'll get to see sometimes the eagles, osprey, lots of turtles, different kinds of wildlife. People are very impressed with the wildlife. They love the view from of the canals, the different perspective than maybe the tram tour or walking tour. They love being out, seeing shore drive, especially the airplanes flying over, landing at the airport. The canals, you can get a nice look at the rose garden. You'll see the Nader Tropical Garden, and you can see out on the lake, you can see Statuary Vista, the Enchanted Forest from the lake, and the cobblestone bridge. Beautiful, nice picture spot. Adults are $4, adult members are $3. You get a membership discount, and children 3 to 12 are $2. And then 2 and under are free. You can purchase tickets at our ticket hut. It is located near the boat basin. We have signs, and they're on sale 15 minutes before each tour. They're also on sale all day at the front desk, which that's open at 9 o'clock. So you can purchase tickets there.
So as you can see, the last place I wanted to mention is the Botanical Garden. And yes, technically it is in walking distance, but most people would agree, as well as myself, that you'd rather drive there. And once again, depending on the time of year, you might be in for a nice seasonal treat, which includes one of my favorites, the end of year Garden of Lights. This is a nice treat for any age demographic, especially when the weather's right and it's not too cold. I've walked and driven through this on numerous occasions and never got bored. So as you can see, there's a number of things to do without even leaving the city of Norfolk, and without even having to spend an arm and a leg. If you're lucky, you might even come across a ship from the American Cruise Line, which is a river cruise. So if you're sailing out of Norfolk, and if you have the time, plan for a few days either before or after your cruise. There's a lot to see and do.